Hi guys, it's Leah. Welcome back to my channel. And in today's video, I'm going to be setting up my bullet journal for the month of May. And you guys really liked my last plan with me when I did the umbrellas for April, so I thought I'd better do another one for May. And if you guys do enjoy this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Please, please, please subscribe down below and hit that notification bell so that you get notified every time I post a video. And with that, let's get into the video. I also have an Instagram. Go check it out at Bujo by Leah. So as you might be able to tell from my sketches, this month's theme is bicycles, and I kind of paired it with more of a floral, green, hilly type of vibe and theme. And I got original inspiration from this theme from Instagram, and the girl who I saw do it first, now I'm not saying that nobody else has done this theme, but her handle is at bulletjournal_Veronica, and I thought it was so pretty. She actually did a blue bike, but I decided that I might do a little something different. So you'll see I chose to do a purple bike. But yeah, I had never done a purple theme with just purple. I've always loved the color purple, and I just thought it was super pretty with this cover page. So yeah, one thing that kind of surprised me about this theme is actually how pretty easy it is to draw. I thought when I was kind of thinking about this idea as my theme, it would be a little bit harder, but what I realized is that it's actually not that complicated once you kind of piece everything together. It's mostly just the wheels, that's the most difficult part. I used a cap of something that I had in my room to do the first outline of the wheels, and then the inner part I just kind of freehanded, and I think maybe I should have not freehanded it, but it ended up looking pretty good, so I'm not too unhappy about that. But yeah, so I think that it's not that hard to draw. Just make sure that you look at some inspiration pictures before you start. I'm just using a zebra mild liner that's dark purple to fill in the bike. I really wanted to do a purple bike. I didn't know what color purple I was going to do it, but I decided on this one. I think it was pretty perfect in my opinion. It really suited what I wanted, and I never done a purple theme, so I really wanted to do it. And so I think it turned out really nice, and I'm really happy with it. And then I also drew in all the flowers and vines coming over the side of the basket that I drew on the front of the bike. And I didn't film this on camera, but I also put lines across the basket to make it more look like a basket. You'll see in the flip through. I'm sorry I didn't film that. And the ground I drew underneath also kind of continued into the quote page, which I thought was a nice touch. The colors I am using for filling in all the little things are two zebra mild liners for the flowers, and then I also use a yellow Crayola Super Tip later for the Tombow dual brush pen, which is one of the green shades. It's shade 133, and I just also used another darker green Crayola Super Tip. I used a typewriter font all throughout the month of May, which I thought added a nice touch and was pretty simple. And for the quote, I decided life is a beautiful ride. It just reminds me that your life is going to continue and not letting setbacks get to you. And I added the sun in the corner, and that I think really tied it together along with the hills. I also doodled in a little bike going along the paths and the hills, which I thought was a really cute touch too. And right now I'm just adding all the little details like outlining the hills in the different greens, adding little tufts of grass along the hills to give it a little touch. I made sure to put the black outline kind of underneath it. I just think it makes it look a little bit more clean. And coloring underneath the bike, that's kind of what I did. And I'm finishing off those spreads. On to the calendar page. So I decided this month to try something a little bit new. I think during the quarantine, I've just wanted to try some new things, and I decided to do this vertical layout calendar setup where you just have, for me, I put my personal obligations on the right and my YouTube, Instagram scheduling on the left, and just wrote out all the days going down. So if I have something, I'll just put it next to the day. I'm trying to see if this works out, because if it does, I might add it into my normal bullet journal routine just when we're not in quarantine. But I wanted to try it, and yeah, I used my light purple zebra mild liner to outline the different weeks. So just the Friday, if that makes sense. And in the top, just wrote May 2020. Along the bottom, I did some flowers and the ground, and on top I also did some doodles of a bike, sun, flowers. That was kind of the calendar for this month. And I realized kind of halfway through that I forgot to add my growth trackers for the month, so I just added them underneath the ground that I drew on the bottom for my Instagram and my YouTube. And then I just finished doodling all the rest of the doodles on the top. Alright, so for the mood and habit tracker this month, I decided to use kind of the same layout as I did last month, different way of tracking the moods, but the habit tracker I kept the same and had the habit tracker on the right and the mood tracker on the left. I just swiped some color across the tops, but for the mood tracker, I was kind of debating what to do because I really didn't know what I wanted to do for it. And I just decided that it'd be cute to do little hills and flowers on the hills. So I added the flowers as the moods and did the hills as the place where the flowers are going. And I numbered all of the places where I thought a flower should go. I added some bike doodles as well to kind of throw in the theme, but this is the mood tracker. I think it's really a clever idea, if I do say so myself, and I'm pretty proud of how it actually turned out, and I'm really excited to fill it out this month. So yeah, that's the mood tracker. Alright, so I finished up all the bike doodles, and now I'm on to my habit tracker, just the same layout as last month for the habits, just a box with the numbers lined up on the left and all my habits to be tracked on the right. Alright, so turning the page onto the last spread of this plan with me, which is this weekly spread. I clearly don't need as much planning space since I'm not actually going to school, but I still do have some online schoolwork that I need to get done if I want my brain to not fry. So I have 6 subjects, so what I've done on the side is divide my page, this block, half of the page off, and then use that for school, and divide it 6 ways for all of my 6 subjects that I have to complete work for. And then on top, I just did a highlight with the dark purple marker and did put school, and it's online, so I just didn't add that. But on the other side, I have my personal tasks, which has been really helpful because I don't want my school and my tasks to be mixed. I just kind of want them to be separate. Down below on the bottom, I did a bike doodle with some ground underneath it. And that's kind of the end of the weekly spread. So yeah. As kind of a final touch, I just highlighted the sides of the boxes so that I could write out all the subjects. I did that off camera, but you will see in the flip through that it is there. And that was kind of the finishing touches of this weekly spread. And this is the final look at the May bullet journal setup. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like, and I will see you in the next video.